The Boston Celtics went head-to-head versus a very talented Philadelphia 76ers team and came out on top with an impressive win, pushing them to 3-0 in the series versus Philadelphia. And this win was actually huge because it keeps us in the #1 seed, and we're kind of safe for at least another day or so. In this video, I'll be breaking down this impressive win and giving you the 3 major factors that led our Boston Celtics to another win, ending the 76ers win streak. However, before we jump into today's video, make sure you guys smash that like button if you think the Celtics have what it takes to bring home Banner 18 this season. And also comment down below, who do you think our toughest matchup will be in this year's playoffs? Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're going to be covering the Celtics all year long because, that's my team. And we also live stream every single Celtics game as well. So if you guys ever want to come and watch a game with me, make sure you guys turn on post notifications and you'll be notified every time we go live for a video or even post a video, or go live for a stream or post a video. But let's jump right into today's video. Now, the 76ers were on a 5-game winning streak and are now 5-2 in their last 7 games, losing twice to our Boston Celtics. But this game was massive in so many different ways. But I want to give a quick shout out to the 76ers. They played one hell of a game last night, and man, this looks like this could be a playoff series. It had a playoff atmosphere feeling. This was a really good game. And the Sixers, listen, they're a really good team. Even though we're 3-0 against them, I feel like they're going to be a very tough matchup when it comes to the playoffs. So I want to just give out respect to the 76ers and their fans. Tough game to lose, but man, they are a good team. And don't hold your head too low, man. They will be back and they will be in the playoffs and be a very tough team to beat. So shout out to the Sixers, but let's get right into our first major factor that led the Boston Celtics to an amazing come-from-behind victory, and it's going to be Big Al. He was our first major factor in this game, man. The Celtics were down by as many as 16 points, and the offense was looking sluggish as ever. Nobody could hit a shot in that third quarter, and things were looking really, really bad, especially because the Bucks were only half a game behind us, and they had a game scheduled for the next day, which is today. Suns versus Bucks. If you guys want to come through, I will be live streaming that game. If you guys want to, just kind of react to these standings and see how things play out. Kind of need the Bucks to lose today, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, the Bucks are going to come in today, and they would have had a shot for that #1 seed if we would have lost last night. But man, we are going to at least hold on to home court advantage for the time being. And guys, home court advantage is absolutely vital in the playoffs, especially if we end up getting back to the NBA Finals. We need to have the best record in the NBA and have home court advantage. That's going to be huge. But let's go back to Al Horford, though, man. He came out on fire in the third quarter and put on an absolute show in Philadelphia versus his former team. And I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but going into the third quarter, Al was 0 for 4 from the floor and had 0 points. But when we needed him the most, he came in clutch, knocking down 3 3-pointers in a row and cutting down the lead back to single digits. And he shifted the entire momentum of the game. Al came back a couple of minutes later and hit another big-time 3 and then gave us, an extra boost, man. Al Horford gave us a huge boost going into the fourth quarter. I think we were on a 26-3 run, and I believe everything was just looking great at that point. Horford ended the game with 15 points, and in my books, he was the MVP of our team last night because without him, who knows, they could have extended that lead to 20 or 25 points without Big Al coming in and knocking down those 3 big-time shots. Now, moving on to our second major factor of last night's game, it was the way we dominated almost every single category. We also got to give a shout-outs to and love to Jaylen Brown, Derek White, and Robert Williams for being just massive in this game, keeping us alive while Tatum, struggled pretty much most of this game. The Celtics took over this game in terms of pretty much everything. We led the game in total rebounds, offensive rebounds, assists, blocks, and points in the paint. However, the biggest problem with this game, for us anyway, was, we kept fouling them. Dude, they had so many free throws. They kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. They shot 23 more free throws than us and went 28 of 35 from the free throw line. I'm pretty sure we only had like 12 free throw attempts, which is really bad compared to their 35. But next time we play them, we need to make it a point of emphasis not to foul them, because that's what they do best, is they get to the free throw line, and they showed us that last night. But here are the guys who showed up big throughout the game. let's start off with Robert Williams. He ended the game with 14 points, 8 rebounds, shooting a perfect 7 of 7 from the field, and also came up huge with a couple of big offensive rebounds as well. And he also hit a huge mid-range jumper at the buzzer, which was insane. We don't really see a lot of, mid-range shots out of Rob Williams, so him hitting that was incredible. Shout out to Rob. I love watching him play. But let's move on to Derek White. Once again, playing incredible basketball, ending with 18 points, shooting the ball at an elite level, 7 of 9 from the field, and 2 of 3 from the three-point line. Derek White is on a tear lately, and I'm not complaining. He deserves to play like 30 minutes a night, dude. He has been so good, so massive, and so vital for this Celtics team over the past few weeks. Man, if he can continue to play like this, I feel like we low-key could be unstoppable. But lastly, we got to touch up upon Jaylen Brown. He really came out of the game, came out starting this game on fire, keeping the Celtics in this game early. Scoring our first 8 points of the game when the 76ers looked like they were going to absolutely blow us out. They were up like 13-2 or something like that. Jaylen Brown put the team on his back and at least kept it close for the first half of this game. Jaylen Brown ended with 26 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists as he shot 10 of 21 from the floor and 2 of 4 from 3. These 4 guys, Big Al, Derek White, Robert Williams, and Jaylen Brown, absolutely kept us alive long enough for our third major factor to get going. However, before we jump into our last major factor, make sure you guys smash that like button if you're enjoying the video so far, and subscribe if you're new. I'll be live streaming a Monday night's game versus the New York Knicks, in which should be a very good game. We've been struggling against the Knicks so far this season, so that should be a big-time game, especially if the Bucks come out here to win today, or it's going to be another must-win game here for Boston to keep that #1 seed. So join the family, and let's get right back into the video. Now, our third major factor is going to be the final 3 minutes of Jason Tatum. The final 3 minutes, Jason Tatum. That's the third major factor. And the reason I say the final 3 minutes is because if you were watching this game, he was pretty bad throughout the whole entire game besides the last couple of minutes. But the big thing I take away from that is he was there when we needed him the most, in the clutch, in the prime time. And I give credit not only to Joe Mazzulla for giving him the game-winning shot attempt, even though he was having a horrid night, but I also give a lot of credit to Jason Tatum himself for having the confidence and, the on to the next shot mentality. Insanely epic shot from Jason Tatum to pretty much win us this game, even though Joel Embiid hit a crazy, full-court shot that didn't count, but he hit a full-court shot to tie it. Obviously, it didn't tie because it was barely late, but that was crazy game, man. Shout out to Jason Tatum. What a shot. Even though he was having an awful game, he was calm, cool, collected, hit a big-time 3. And, put us up, man. This win showed the world that even when our MVP has a rough night, we still have the depth and the guys that can step up on any given night, like a JB or Derek White or even a Big Al. But what a game for the Celtics, maintaining the #1 seed at least for the next couple of games. These next couple of games, though, are going to be vital from here on out. So make sure you guys join the family, subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below who is your all-time favorite Celtics player, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.